Hi everybody, I'm back. I decided to do a little Two-Baton today because that's my favorite thing. I know that I said horizontal contact is my favorite thing, but those of you that know me really know that Two-Baton is my true passion. But I also got a request for rolls. I really only got like 2 requests that were serious, but one of them was rolls, so I thought I would combine Two-Baton with rolls. Here we go. This section I actually did in my own Two-Baton, so you will be learning something that I competed with once upon a time. Here's the whole section. The thing I like about this section is that it's low and easy and it's opposing direction, which is super important and oftentimes I see lacking now as a judge in a lot of the competitors' routines that I watch. I didn't do it when I was demonstrating, but I'm actually going to have you start with 2 flourishes. So you'll start with your left hand and then your right hand. So you're going to do a left hand, and while you do that left hand, you're going to do a right butt whip. And when you do your right hand, you're going to do a left butt whip. This will help you kind of get in the rhythm of what's to come. Then you're going to go into a left-handed hand roll, elbow roll, layout. So wrist, elbow, layout, boom, boom, boom. And then you're going to do a right one, wrist, elbow, layout, except they're going to happen in quick succession. Wrist, elbow, layout, wrist, elbow, layout. So you'll notice that I started my right hand as I was finishing up the layout on the left side. For footwork, you're going to step onto your right foot and do a left back coupe. You will come up into left releve and do a pas de bourrée. So it's going to go left, boom, boom, and I step onto my right foot. After my 2 wrist elbow layouts, this is where things get, you guessed it, funky. My husband's over there laughing at me. So I go wrist elbow layout, wrist elbow layout. My left hand is going to do another wrist elbow, except this time I'm going to pop it off and I'm going to catch it left hand, backhand, boom, boom, boom. My right hand, on the other hand, is going to do something a little bit different. So my right hand, I'm going to slide all the way to the end and do kind of like a dangle motion here. Once I get into my fingertips all the way, I'm going to make sure that it hits the back of my right bicep. I know that's kind of hard to see, but you want it to be directly in the middle of your arm. You don't want it up here by your armpit, and you don't want it down here by your elbow, because then you don't have enough space to roll. So you're going to come here, slide all the way down, make sure that it hits there, and I'm doing an elbow wrist roll and pushing it out. So those 2 things happen simultaneously. Left, right, boom, boom. So you'll catch this right one just a tiny bit after the left one, but they're really happening at the same time. This footwork actually makes it a little bit of a traveling sequence, so it's really good for using on the field. I would use it to move on the field at Iowa all the time. So I'm going to go from my left, right, boom, boom, keep walking this way. I'm going to extend my left foot out in front of me with my leg nice and straight and my toe pointed. Come through parallel passe and extend behind me into a low, straight back arabesque with making sure my front foot is turned out. So I'm going to go left, right, point and push. You'll notice that I took my left arm from this wrist elbow backhand catch and I actually tucked it behind my back. It's just a sneaky little pattern changing move. Now that I've done my pattern changing move, both my batons are going to be turning the same way, and I'm going to turn to face the left side. I'm going to do a low left hand thumb toss, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to continue on with my wrist elbow stuff. So I'm going right, wrist, elbow, elbow, push out. So wrist, elbow, elbow, left wrist out to this side, making sure that when I'm doing that roll, it's hitting all the way up onto my shoulder. So it's not hitting down here on my arm, it's all the way up on my shoulder. And I'm going to use my elbow like a wing to push it over to the other side. You'll notice that I tip my head down, catch it on the other side here, and I'm going to extend my arm out this way. So those things are happening at the same time. I'm going release, wrist, elbow, elbow, layout. And from here, I'm just looping it. In my actual routine, I did a really high left hand backhand release here. You can kind of come out into whatever trick you want, but for the sake of I'm in my house and I have no room, I'm just trying to end my trick, and I did so like that. Now I'm going to do the whole thing facing the back so you can see it a little bit better. And that's my Two-Baton section. Yay! And now, you get to watch me do it from the back. Looks like Riggins is done with me. He's left the room. Nope. I don't think they can see. No, Riggins! No! Can you even see him? Yes. No, Riggins, bad!